I'm going to read the introduction to Lex and Yacc by the O'Reilly Press. Chapter 1, Introduction. Lex and Yacc help you write programs that transform structured input. This includes an enormous range of applications. Anything from a simple text search program that looks for patterns in its input file to a C compiler that transforms a source program into optimized object code. In programs with structured input, two tasks that occur over and over are dividing the input into meaningful units and then discovering the relationship among the units. For a text search program, the units would probably be lines of text, with a distinction between lines that contain a match of the target string and lines that don't. For a C program, the units are variable names, constants, strings, operators, punctuation, and so forth. This division into units, which are usually called tokens, is known as lexical analysis, or lexing for short. Lex helps you by taking a set of descriptions of possible tokens and producing a C routine, which we call a lexical analyzer or a lexer, or a scanner for short, that can identify those tokens. The set of descriptions you give to Lex is called a Lex specification. The token descriptions that Lex uses are known as regular expression, extended versions of the familiar patterns used by the grep and egrep commands. Lex turns these regular expressions into a form that the lexer can use to scan the input text extremely fast, independent of the number of expressions that it is trying to match. A Lex lexer is almost always faster than a lexer that you might write in C by hand. As the input is divided into tokens, a program often needs to establish the relationship among the tokens. A C compiler needs to find the expressions, statements, declarations, blocks, and procedures in the program. This task is known as parsing, and the list of rules that define the relationships that the program understands is a grammar. Yacc takes a concise description of a grammar and produces a C routine that can parse the grammar, a parser. The Yacc parser automatically detects whenever a sequence of input tokens matches one of the rules in the grammar and also detects a syntax error whenever its input doesn't match any of the rules. A Yacc parser is generally not as fast as a parser you could write by hand, but the ease in writing and modifying the parser is invariably worth any speed loss. The amount of time a program spends in a parser is rarely enough to be an issue anyway.